Welcome back to the Nerdy channel where you will get everything about general knowledge. So if you're new here, make sure you subscribe to our channel and hit the bell so you never miss any of our videos. In today's video, we will tell you things you need to know about anxiety. Number 1. Anxiety has many types. Just like any disorder, anxiety has some types. The most common ones are generalized anxiety disorder, or GAD for short, panic disorder, PD, social anxiety disorder, obsessive compulsive disorder, OCD, post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD. Other types do exist as well, but they're not so common, like specific phobias, persistent depressive disorder, or PDD, and major depressive disorder. We will not get into details about each type for the sake of the video time, but if you want to know more about each type, tell us in the comments below. Number 2. Anxiety has a genetic basis. If either or both of your parents suffer from anxiety, there is a high chance you'll experience it as well. It's about here the nature or nurture argument steps in. Anxiety can be passed down through genes, which is nature, or through parental behavior, which is nurture. This does not mean that parents cause anxiety. They absolutely don't. It's likely that both genetics and environment play a part. It's important to remember that genes aren't destiny. Anxiety can be managed. Just because it's in your family dynamics doesn't mean it will be passed to you. And if it's passed down, you won't necessarily do anxiety in the same way as the people who came before you. Number 3. If you listen to what your anxiety is telling you to do, you usually feel better. You are anxious about going to a party where you don't know anyone. Your anxious mind tells you to stay home instead. You do, and your anxiety goes down. Similarly, if you worry about germs and wash your hands not once but 5 times, your worry subsides. All this reinforces those anxiety circuits in your brain. But if you listen to your anxiety, your world also gets smaller. Because listening to our anxiety works to reduce it, it's easy to rely on it more and more. The danger here is that anxiety makes your world increasingly smaller. You don't go to the party, and in 6 months, you're really going out. If you wash your hands 5 times, but then one time you feel you did not really do a good job, in 3 months, you will find yourself needing to wash your hands 10 times. Number 4. Anxiety affects more women than men. Some research shows that about 23% of US women have had an anxiety disorder, compared with only 14% of men. Women tend to engage more in repetitive negative thoughts, which worsens anxiety. Fluctuating hormones may play a part too, causing you to feel more sensitive during certain times of the month and after giving birth. And of course, women are often primary caregivers for kids and aging parents. There's a lot to worry about, and our brains aren't programmed to let things go easily. Number 5. People with anxiety have a greater tendency to label neutral smells as bad ones. Typically, when processing smells, it's only the smelling system that gets activated. When a person becomes anxious, the emotional system becomes intertwined with the smelling processing system. Number 6. Certain diets can influence anxiety. A study published in the American Journal of Psychiatry found that people who followed a traditional diet consisting of vegetables, fruit, meat, fish, and whole grains tended to be less anxious compared to those who follow the Western diet of processed or fried foods, refined grains, sugary products, and beer. Number 7. Anxiety widens personal space. Everybody has an invisible zone of personal space around them. The closer we are to someone, the further they are allowed into our personal space zone. The preferred personal space zone differs for everyone, but generally it's about 20 to 40 centimeters away from our face. Closer than that and we are stepping back. If you tend towards anxiety, your personal space bubble is likely to be wider. Number 8. Anxiety also comes with strengths. Nothing about us is all good or all bad. If you have struggled with anxiety, for all the angst it causes you, it has also helped to shape the person you have become in positive ways. The choices you make, the friends you are, the partner, colleague, sister, brother, leader, or employee you are. Anxiety is not who you are, it's something that happens to you sometimes. It's part of being human, and the sometimes beautiful, sometimes messy, sometimes extraordinary art that it is. Number 9. Anxiety is treatable. Only 37% of Americans with an anxiety disorder seek treatment. Though the disorders are real medical conditions, and not just in your head. A common misconception is that if anxiety has been present for a long time, it's untreatable or unmanageable. But many effective therapies exist. One of the most well-studied and effective ones is cognitive behavioral therapy, or better known as CBT, which teaches new ways of processing feelings and how to frame events more productively. Number 10. There are quick ways to lower your anxiety. While not a replacement for conventional care, mind-body methods like the following ones can help manage anxiety. You can also learn strategies from a therapist. Number 1. Progressive muscle relaxation teaches you to tense and relax each muscle group, moving sequentially down the body from head to toe. For example, you would first tighten and release muscles in the face, then the neck, then the shoulders, and so on. And for method number 2, sensory focus helps you to tune in and bring your concentration back to the sounds, smells, and tastes around you when your mind begins to chew on things. These sorts of mindfulness exercises shift your brain to the here and now. And the third method we have is the deep breathing, which relaxes the entire body as you fill your lungs slowly instead of breathing shallowly, which elevates your heart rate. Other helpful breath exercises include meditation and those in yoga and Tai Chi. That's it for today's video. If you liked the video, don't forget to hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe for more videos. And you may also want to click the bell button so you never miss any of our videos. See you next video.